So before we even get into the video, I just want to say a big thank y'all because we just got to 15,000 subscribers. And that is just so amazing to me because I feel like we have been growing so much lately. I went back and I saw that we got 14,000 subscribers back in February. So it hasn't quite been 3 months yet, but we have been growing so much. And I am just so thankful, so happy. Thank y'all for watching, sharing, liking, commenting. I really appreciate that. And since we have been growing so much lately, I haven't really had time to sit down and plan something special. So I was thinking to maybe celebrate, since I'm always fixing up EA houses nowadays, maybe we can fix up one that is not super bad. So this is the Compact Cottage. This is the one in Starlight Shores. I quite like it. It is a starter home. It's honestly one of the houses that I always play in whenever I play in this world. I quite like it. It's a 2-bedroom, 1-bathroom. It's very cute from the outside. The inside leaves a little bit to be desired though. It's not bad. You know, we have a kitchen, dining area, living room, bathroom, and we have 2 bedrooms. It's not the worst house, but I think it could use a little bit of work, especially on the inside. So I was thinking that maybe today, to celebrate, we just renovate this house, make it look even better. There's not too much I want to do on the outside aside from maybe change the wallpaper and, you know, maybe like move some things around a little bit. But in my opinion, I think that this is one of the better starter homes in the entire game. So today we'll make this already good starter home even better. So I've been looking at this house for quite a while. I think one of the first things I want to do is maybe get rid of these flowers. I don't really think we'll need them. We don't really have that much money to begin with. We only have around 669 simoleons, so we're not rich. We don't have a lot of budget. I was honestly thinking about making these columns bigger, but then I didn't really like that. So I think what I might end up doing is just deleting these little foundation pieces right here because I don't really think we'll need them, honestly. I think what I might also do is get like a fence or a half wall just to kind of fill in this little gap area. So I think we'll probably get a half wall for today. And I do want to change the wallpaper. I quite like it. I'm not going to lie. It is cute. But like, let's do something different. Let's do some siding and maybe some stone. Because it is a cottage, you know, so maybe we can make it look more cottage-like. I'm going to go over to the siding category and I'm just going to go all the way down and we're going to use this one. I think I'm going to just use this on most of the house. Y'all, that was like literally all of our money. Okay, never mind. We can't do that. Okay, you know what? We'll do this then. Maybe we can just like recolor the wallpaper that's here. Maybe we'll do that. Apparently we can't afford it otherwise. We'll just do this. You know, we'll do this. We'll just recolor. We could get some wood paneling on it. I don't know how that would look, but let's just see. Maybe some nice fancy modern-ish wood paneling could be nice. Or honestly, we could make it white. I don't really know what color I want, y'all, but we could start out with white, and then if we need to change it, we can. I think for this stone, we could use it, or maybe have it be in a different color. This color isn't quite nice, but maybe having it be in a different color could also be good too. I'm gonna be honest, y'all. I'm not too crazy about this wallpaper, but at the same time, I quite like it. I guess we'll keep it for now and we'll just see how I feel about it later. So for this section at the top, I'm gonna go over to the stone category, because I want to make this look more stone-like. I'm going to go for this pattern, and we're just going to kind of bring it in like that. And then for this section, maybe this could just be brown. I do want to change the color of the windows to just have a little bit of brown, just to kind of like bring in some more color, you know? But honestly, y'all, I'm not really hating the house that much. I'm thinking it's looking pretty good so far. I am going to change the color of the stairs, however. We could also change the color of the roof just to kind of bring in some more color. Oh, maybe like a color like this. This is like a gray, but it looks like it could kind of be black. Maybe we'll use this one. I feel like for this build, I want to try to keep it base game and showtime, so I guess we'll just use this roof. I would like to get some trees in the front yard, but I'm gonna wait just so I can make sure that we'll have money for the inside. I'm gonna get my bug lights and just put them in all the rooms. We'll get a smaller one for the bathroom and maybe like a small one for the kitchen area over here. So one of the first things I want to do is change the floor. We're gonna have to use free floor because we don't have it in the budget today. So y'all already know that I have some that I made a long time ago, so we're just gonna use one of these today. And then I guess for the bedroom, we can kind of match it. Maybe for the room over here, I don't know if I want this one to be like a guest room or like a nursery. Maybe a nursery would make more sense, you know? That's what I would more so need if I was like living here. Maybe it'll be best if we start maybe over here where the kitchen is, right? Now, a part of me low-key does want to make this into like its own room, but I don't really think it needs to. We can kind of go for something more open, I guess. Okay, let me just look and see what kind of countertops. Oh, we have these countertops. These are like a little bit expensive, y'all. We can use those, but I don't know if we'll use that many of them. I am gonna go in for a second and just get some tile. We're gonna get some tile like this and just kind of like map out a little section. All right, I'm gonna start off by making this kitchen section a little bit smaller. I think I had too much tile. because now I can move the table over here, and I don't even think we'll need this, honestly. We can get rid of that one. I feel like this is just like a better use of space. We don't really need to have the table way over here, you know? And I guess we'll go back and get a half wall. Maybe we can just kind of place one there. Maybe one here. I don't know if we need one there or not. So really quick, I do want to go in and try to get a new wallpaper. I don't mind this one, but we could go for something a little bit better, like maybe one of these, honestly. Oh, you know what? Let's strip the wallpaper off so I can get some money back. And then I'll go in and I guess we can get like a different one. Maybe one that's kind of basic like this. And then we just kind of recolor it. So the original house had like a mint green, light green kind of color scheme. So like we could use that today. All right, I do want to recolor these countertops. I think we'll go for brown today. I don't really think we need light green countertops, honestly. I'm gonna also recolor the sink. I don't really like using these sinks in the kitchen because those are more like bathroom sinks, I think, but we might have to use it today if we don't have enough money. Also, I did go back and add a little bit of a backsplash and some floor down here just to kind of make it look more interesting. I'm gonna be honest, y'all, I'm not too crazy about this wallpaper. I don't know, maybe it could just be white. I'm just not too crazy about it. Maybe if it's just more like a gray. Yo, I feel like this is one of the rare times where I feel like we have too much space in this house. Like there's just too much going on. Why don't we just go ahead and get rid of this bed and maybe this nightstand and dresser? Because we're gonna need to get some money back from somewhere. I want to get a bookshelf and maybe like a desk or something just to fill in some space. If anything, I low-key think we might need to make this room a little bit smaller, y'all. I don't want to do it, but I think I'm gonna make it a little bit smaller. But I think for now, we'll go in and we'll get a bookshelf. We could probably put one here or honestly by the window. I don't really like it covering the window, but I don't really know where else to put it. We could put it here, but I want to be able to see it. So maybe like here would be best, I guess. I would love to get a desk just so we can have one. We'll use this one because we're kind of on a budget. And then we can get like a chair. We'll get like this chair to go with it. We won't get a computer or anything. You know, we need to save money. And I guess what I'll do real quick is we'll sort by showtime just to see if there's anything cheap that we could use. Y'all, there's like nothing. There's really nothing. There's a plant, but like that's about it. Okay. Okay, y'all. I might need to make this come in some because I just feel like this space does not need to be that big, honestly. Like it really does not need to be. And then like for this, I could just get rid of this roof. Yeah, like I think the house looks fine without it. Like that looks okay, right? You can tell it's missing, but it doesn't look that bad, right? It's not so bad. It's not so bad. Because like now we have a smaller area. We're going to have to most likely use this TV. We're going to move this over some, and I guess we can use these chairs since we kind of already have it. I would love to get a love seat. Maybe like one love seat, we can get rid of one of these chairs. Let's get rid of this one, and we'll have at least a chair and a love seat. I'll go in and try to get a plant. Oh yeah, this one. This one is from Showtime. You know what? Let's place that down. Oh, and this one right here is only 60. All right, y'all. I'm really running out of money here, so I'm just going to use these countertops. These are not my first pick, but it'll be okay. We can use these. They're a little bit cheaper, and, you know, you can use the Create a Style tool. They almost look alike, right? Like almost. See, and now we have 400 simoleons as opposed to like 2, so we have a little bit of extra money. I guess I can go ahead and start recoloring everything. I'm gonna get a rug down here just to fill in some more space. All right, so for the couches, I think I want to go for some like pinstripes for them. I was thinking either green or like a beige color. Maybe a beige would be better, just to kind of make them look fancier, you know? And then when it comes to the rug, we could use this design right here. And then for the plant, we'll recolor that and go for something neutral. I would love to put more stuff here, but I'm gonna wait so I can make sure we have enough money for other stuff. For example, like the bathroom. So for the bathroom, we'll get a different tile. I'm gonna strip the wallpaper off. We could use some of this wallpaper like the kitchen has and just recolor it some. I was honestly thinking when it comes to the bathroom, you think we should make it a little bit smaller? It's such a long shape. We could make it a little bit smaller. Let's move some stuff out for a second, because I think what I might try to do is just build a wall here, and then we just tear down this outer wall right here. I just kind of feel like having it be smaller might be for the best. We'll still use the same shower. We'll just have it be up against a wall. We could probably have this be beside the shower. We could have our toilet still be here with the paper towel, you know, on that side. You know what, y'all? On second thought, I might get rid of this. I need a little bit of money back. And honestly, we might could get rid of this one back here too. I kind of hate that because I do like it, but I need some money, y'all. Because like a crib is $275, so I need to get a crib if I want this to be a nursery, you know? So I'm just gonna put this one in here. I don't think we can really use a baby mobile. This one is 20 simoleons, but it's from Into the Future, and I'm trying to use Showtime and base game today, so that's not gonna work. We don't really have any good posters either. Do we have any lights or lamps? We have a couple of these. Actually, how much are these? These are, oh, That's a lot of money, y'all. That's a lot of money. Do we have like any cute decor, toys, anything that could maybe fit in a nursery? We have a plant, but I don't know if I want that in a nursery or not. Do we have any cute chairs? Not really. Okay. All right. We'll just use Space Game. All right. I think I might want to get some of this wallpaper and we'll like strip the wallpaper in here and we'll just like replace it with this. I don't really know what color to make this room. It could just be a beige baby room, y'all. I don't even know if I've done a beige baby room or like a beige nursery, but like we could try just to see what it looked like. We're gonna use the crib, but the metal I think could be like a bronze color like this. Okay, y'all, I'm gonna put some stars on the bed sheet, you know, because Starlight Shores, star, celebrity, that kind of thing. And you know what? I think I'm gonna move this rug in here because we need a rug in here somewhere. How much is this half wall, y'all? That is 60 simoleons. You know what? We'll get rid of that half wall there. We don't need it. We might even get rid of the other half wall over here too. I need to start getting some money back from somewhere. We only have 2 more rooms left. So if we get rid of that other half wall, we'll have a little bit of money. We have 194. That should be enough to like finish off the house. We could always just get like a cheap chair in here. Honestly, this one could kind of work. Okay, I think what I want to do, y'all, to make it look like we have something on the wall, I'm just gonna bring this star pattern from the crib and we'll put it on this wall right here. And then we can have a starry accent wall. And I guess at least now the nursery can look more interesting than it was at first. So last but not least, we'll tackle the primary bedroom. And I'm gonna be honest, y'all, we only have 79 simoleons, so I don't even know what we're gonna do in here. I have no idea. We might have to get rid of something. What? I don't know. Like this desk could probably go if we need to. That's 269, you know? Like I did quite like that desk being there, but maybe I could just have a bookshelf in the corner like this. You know, maybe that might not be so bad. All right, we have 300 simoleons, so I'm gonna get a couple of end tables. These are only 75 each. I'll take some of that wallpaper away and we'll just include this one. I guess we could kind of go for that green color scheme. All right, y'all, I think I'm gonna also put an accent wall in this room too, just so it'll look more interesting. Because I'm telling y'all, we're at that point where like we're out of money. All right, y'all, so I went back and I got rid of those pots and pans and I just got this upper cabinet. This was a little bit cheaper. This was only 100, so I just swapped it out. We currently have 191 simoleons, so we have a little bit more money now. I think what we're gonna do real quick is we're gonna go in and put a toy box in the nursery because this is gonna be useful for when we do have a baby. We have 136, so I want to try to get like some artwork because this house doesn't really have any art at all. So I'm gonna go in and just see if we have anything that I could use. So the only piece of art is this, and I don't want to use this poster, y'all. I don't want to use it in here. We can at least get a plant. I guess we could have one piece of art on the wall. We'll have this one. Oh, we also have enough for this one. This is a cork board. I think I might put this over here. Maybe the sim that lives here can be like organized, you know? I don't really think that we can afford a lot out here, so I'm just gonna get some of these plants. These are only 1 simoleon. And I'm just gonna get a couple of these and just place them around. It kind of sucks though, because I wanted to put a tree in the yard, but we just don't have it in the budget really. This parking space is like 150. I kind of do want to delete it, but I'm gonna keep it. Is there one that's like cheaper, I wonder? They're the same price. Okay, never mind. Okay, well I think on that note, y'all, that's pretty much everything for the entire house. I went back and I added some of these little purple flowers down here with some terrain paint, just to kind of make it appear like we have more flowers in the yard, but we're pretty much done. So before we go, this is what the house looks like. So when you first come in, as y'all can see, there's a lot of space here, so you could definitely add more stuff. I kind of feel a little bad because I couldn't really put the desk there like I wanted to, but everything in this game is just so expensive, you know? When you first come in though, we have a little kitchen area over here in the corner. Going over this way, we have our primary bedroom, which looks pretty cute in my opinion. I love the little accent wall back here. Going over this way, we have our nursery, which is kind of like starry themed. It's kind of beige in a way. And then over here, we have our bathroom, and then we have our living room section. This house also has access to a like back porch. I didn't really put anything out here because we didn't have any money, but there is like a little back porch out here if you need to add something, you know? But on that note, that's pretty much everything for the entire video. Hopefully you like the house. I really like the way it turned out. I think I made it a lot better. Again, thank y'all so much for 15,000 subscribers. We have been growing so much and I'm just so happy and grateful. So thank you for watching, sharing, liking, commenting. I always appreciate it. But anyway, y'all, that is all that I have for this video. If you would like this house, I am going to leave it linked down below. But anyway, y'all, that is all that I have for this one, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Thanks for watching.